Contrast uncut, yeah, you know that's us. Where we only speak the real and the real rock with us. Where we motivate the people and politic on success. Oh no, we ain't DJ Khaled, but they swearing we the best.
What's happening? It's Contrast Uncut. It's season 5. It's episode 42. I want to give a huge shout out to Uncle Snoop's Army. Shout out to Dog and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. It's your host, Zylo, and today we have a really incredibly dope special guest. He hails all the way from West Africa, Lagos State, Nigeria. He's the Vibe King, a bank of all trades of entertainment. He curates his own AfroHype music as a recording artist, but also he's an on-air radio personality, the host of What's Up Lagos, and world-renowned hype man and host. He founded his own multimedia company, Modulus Media, with over 10 years in the radio world that ranges from the UK back to his hometown, from Kiss FM to Sound City. He's pushing the vibes like good food for your soul. With his latest EP out right now, Party and Vibes Volume 1, delivers the vibes for any party to dance and move their bodies. And if you don't know who I got on the show by now, it's all good. We get all episode to chop it up with SHEYE Banks, everybody. How you doing, King?
I'm doing good. Feels good to be here. What's good, my brother? How you feeling, man?
Man, I can't complain. We almost here to a new year and everything looks good.
Thanks. Great to be here, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great 2022, I hope.
Oh yeah, come on. It's all about the pressure you apply.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you from the jump, SHEYE, time's the most finite thing we have on this earth. I gotta tell you, I appreciate your time, rocking with me, rocking with the viewers and the listeners. Thank you.
Welcome, man.
100. So SHEYE, brother, what's a normal 24 hours for you?
Normal 24 hours. I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I say my prayers. Sometimes I just wake up, get straight to the gym. I pick up my phone, head to the gym. Call my mama, my girl. And then yeah, I do like I read, like there's a book I'm reading right now. It's called Sell Fast. And I read that book, and then I just get to work, man, get to business. Then from 6 p.m. I get on radio, so yeah, it's pretty much like the same routine every day. And then the weekends I get to shows, because that's where we make money as hype man, so I get to shows sometimes. Maybe after radio, sometimes I get to the studio, I make hype music. So I get to the studio, I make hype music, and yeah, so that's what it is.
Man, it's crazy because basically you give yourself that time in the morning for yourself, and then basically the rest of the day is all for what you do, your craft.
Facts.
And giving back us that music. So SHEYE, I got a quote. Let me know how this quote relates to you, or if it doesn't. Ideas, I want you to talk about it. Here we go.
Gotcha.
I learned working with the negatives could make for better pictures. Drake.
Yeah, in a way it does connect, sometimes the disappointments could be like a blessing in disguise. Sometimes when the negatives just keep coming, you just have to pick it up and just keep going. And something I usually like to say is consistency is far better than blistering speed. Even when you keep failing and failing and failing, and when there are negative times, you just have to pick yourself up and go. So I guess that's what it is.
Come on, that negative is something to make another negative into a positive, and you just keep on building, because those negatives build up on top of each other. And if you know how to maneuver through it, you won't do it again, and it becomes a positive in your future, and it looks good as you grow.
Facts.
SHEYE, brother, talking about the entertainment game, did the game choose you, or did you choose the game?
Oh man, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. The game chose me, man.
Come on.
To be honest, because at some point I didn't even know what I was gonna do in my life. At some point I was just young, I was confused. I was working 3 jobs at some point, and I had to pick one. Because out here in Nigeria and Africa, it's a little tough. I'm sure you must have heard. It's tougher, growing up as a kid, especially when you grow up in the ghetto, in the barracks, and you're not from like a rich home, you know, like your parents are not that wealthy. You have to be able to, you know, do too many things just to get by, you know. So I was working 3 jobs. I was doing a marketing job. I was on the radio. And because I loved music at the time, I wasn't sure if music was going to make or put food on my table. I wasn't sure if music was the way out for me. So I was working 3 jobs, doing what I loved, doing something to put food on the table when what I love wasn't putting food on the table. And then I was, you know, doing some side hustle on the street, you know. So I'm more like a street kid out here. So, you know, so I had to do all of that. And then, yeah, you know, so I just found myself in a situation where I had to pick one, because giving too many energies, a little bit of energy, not giving them everything, it just sort of makes you very, very, um,
Drained.
very unproductive. You know what I mean? Like you don't give all your energy to something, it's not gonna be great. You know, so I had to pick one, and I just had to go with what I loved, which was radio, music, media. I had to just do it, man. I had to make that decision. It was like the toughest decision I ever made in my life, but I'll say it was the best.
You got to walk by faith, not by sight.
Facts, bro.
You know, what was that moment that you would consider your confirmation that, you know, you got to invest your time and energy and move that energy all 100% to music? Like, what was that confirmation that you knew, boom, this is what I got to do? Because I know it's tough for you. You had 2 other jobs, and marketing sounds good because you know it's like a suit job. You know, it's that look of perception of, hey, he's doing something really well. And then, you know, the music game, it's gritty, it's grimy, but once you get there and you arrived. And that's something you've been able to do. And, you know, what gave you the confirmation to get there?
It's when one of my OGs, one of the people I look up to, told me, like, if you're not learning and doing what you love, that's the day you start dying. The day you stop learning and doing what you love is the day you start dying. So I knew I wasn't going to be doing some 9 to 5, putting on a suit and a tie for the rest of my life, when I know I'm not going to be happy doing that, you know. So I had to make that decision, you know, and it was a tough one. It wasn't easy in the beginning because I wasn't getting paid. I was just doing it out of love, you know, for what I just knew how to do, because that was pretty much the only thing I was getting right, you know. So I told myself, yo, I need to make that decision to, you know, just focus on the music, the radio, and TV as well. You know, I needed to focus and do what I was good at. And I knew that that was the only place I could actually create a legacy for myself. Because if I was doing everything else, I would just be lost in like the crowd, you know. So I knew that if I focused my energy on something I was already good at, I could create like a legacy for myself and for my children, my kids, and the next to come, you know, so people can learn from me and my name is going to be there forever, even when I'm gone, you know. So I had to make that decision.
You know, it's important that you recognize something really important, and it was easy for you, one, and people loved what you were doing, and that
Right.
created a you know, a bridge to what you were doing, and that made it easier for you to cross it.
True.
And that's something a lot of people sleep on, is that if it's easy for you, it's not easy for others. And that's something you got to digest and process and embrace. And that's something you've done. You turned your passion into your purpose, and your purpose into your path. And, you know, it's
Facts.
done more than provide for tables. It's, you know, it's provided for houses and households.
Yeah, you know, and to be honest, because what I do now is something so unique. It's called AfroHype. AfroHype is like hype music in Africa. So it's like combining Afrobeats and hype. You know what I mean? And I've had, you know, a couple kids walk up to me and say, yo, you gave me something to eat from, you know, like you gave me a job, man. I've had artists who make rap music and made whack music come to me and say they stopped singing and they started hyping, making hype music because of me, you know. So and at the end of the day, even if I'm not like the richest guy in the world or in the game, this is like it's like a dream. It feels like I fulfilled my purpose, you know. And it makes me believe and not regret the decision I made a couple years ago, you know. So yeah, we're thankful, man.
Amen. Amen. You know, your diversity is definitely showcased through your hype music. You give people that energy, you electrify. And I feel like a lot of that is because you used your energy growing up, struggling, surviving, and overcoming to possess that energy of this is how I got through it. I'm gonna put it in my music. And you know, so my question is like, what was it like growing up? How was it in Lagos State?
Oh man, it's tough. Well, there's some people that had it easy, but I had it tough, you know. I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in a place called Igbeda. Um, it was like we lived in like block of flats. I'm sure you know what that is.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, so I grew up in a place where people from different backgrounds, people from different tribes that had different understanding about life come together. And you know, just living in a place where people go home at 1 a.m. They sleep at 1 a.m. You know, Lagos doesn't sleep. I'm sure you must have heard that too. Lagos, the nightlife here is crazy. So like it's noise everywhere at night growing up. And, you know, it was rough. You know, we used to play out as kids. Sometimes we get in trouble, you know, with smoking early, doing a lot of drinking at 14. You know, it was wild. It was wild and crazy out here. You know, sometimes we're getting with girls early. We're doing wild things from very young because there were no rules in the street. You know, everybody was just trying to find ends meet. Everybody was trying to take care of their family. Sometimes their parents are not together. Sometimes you want to take care of your mom. Everybody's out there looking for something to eat. You know, trying to be a man when you're only just 13. You're trying to tell your dad that you can do what you want to do. You know, so it was really wild when growing up. And I mean, for me, when I decided I wanted to lead that life, because some of my friends dropped out of school, I told myself I was going to go to school because I wanted to be. I knew that here, not the way it is out there in America. Here, you need to get some level of education before you can even get to sit on the table with some men. You know what I mean? So I knew that education was like a way out for me, you know. So when my friends dropped out of school, I told myself I was going to go to uni. I was going to get that degree for my parents and for myself, educate myself and elevate my mind, which is what I did. And then, yeah, I mean, I became a businessman. I became more enterprising, you know. So yeah, I think that was one of the things that took me out. Even though there were times where I couldn't even pay for the bus, I'd have to, you know, walk all the way just to go to school, you know, and then go do radio while I was in school. You know, it was a tough journey, but yeah, we're here now, and yeah, the streets are crazy out here in Lagos.
Yeah, like, you know, we definitely parallel on relation because, you know, growing up out here I'm in California. I grew up in
Oh,
LA.
okay.
So, you know, the struggle out here crazy. There's no public transportation other than riding the bus that you know you pay for, like the metro, or you got to
Oh,
walk, and schools are not nearby. So no, I definitely feel you in, but I know it's a whole different environment. And like we have space, you guys are stacked up in each other, and like it's a whole different parallel. So it's like I
yeah,
can't walk in your shoes, but I'm pretty sure that same survival can help you walk through these shoes out here.
facts, facts. I feel you, bro. Yeah, yes, it's good, man. It's good.
I feel it's always somebody that invests in an idea or puts someone in a position to reach their sleepless dream like you're living now. Who do we owe to thank you for investing into your dreams?
Um, if I'm gonna sound a bit like Snoop, I'm gonna say I'm gonna thank me for investing in me, man.
Come on.
But if I'm being honest, I'm gonna thank me. I'm gonna thank my parents, my mom. You know, my dad and I weren't cool for a bit, but you know, eventually he came around. Everybody came around. They didn't understand the vision I had. So I'm gonna thank me first. I thank my parents. I thank my siblings, my guys, my day ones. I'm gonna thank everyone that believed in me. You know, like my radio journey, my bosses. You know, the people I worked with, my journey to life, and you know, my whole team, man. There's a lot of people around me that support me. People been rooting for me for like the longest time. You know, they tell people about me, and yeah, I'm just gonna thank everyone else, and then thank me again.
I mean, as you should, brother. I mean, you took
Yeah,
the ability to go to school and learn about marketing and applied it to your music career, entertainment career. And that's
Facts.
key to music and entertainment. You got to know how to market. If you can't sell a product and you can't showcase a product, nobody will ever buy it. They'll never pay
Absolutely
attention
true.
to it. So
True.
you did a well job at that. And I'm happy at correlation. Boom, met.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
So I got to talk about a little bit of my experience. So back in October, I was blessed to go on the Purple Tour in the United
Oh,
States with Malay as a
oh,
production
that's
manager.
bad.
We filmed the entire tour. It was a huge opportunity and a blessing. And shout out my boy Blue, created by Blue. He's the videographer that does everything, and I produce and work with this brother. And he gave me a job, and we did 11 cities in 17 days. It was dope. And so
Wow,
when I
that's bad.
seen you did the show with Malay for his homecoming, I seen you on stage, and I was like, all right, boom. I need to find people that's been on there, and I gotta have them come on the show. And so as I'm doing my research on you, I was like, oh, Valo was in a video like 3-4 years ago for an interview. And I'm like, hold on.
Facts.
So I know there's been a relationship. So I'm like, man, so describe, your relationship and experience with Malay and how does that correlate? Because he blessed me. And shout out
Oh man.
Marshall as well.
Yeah, trust those guys are family, man. Valo, Marshall, Omale, they're family, man. And funny thing is, only today, the video I posted on my Instagram just made one of the biggest blogs in Lagos right now because the impact is crazy, man. The hype impact and the festival he had in Port Harcourt, that's like Omalay's hometown, So we had to travel on Christmas Day. We had a concert on Christmas Day. And then it was crazy, man. The energy was crazy. But Valo, I used to work with Valo. And I knew Marshall from way before, man, because we used to hang out, man. And yeah, Valo and Marshall, they actually started something crazy with Omale, so that's how me and Oma linked. But it's the music business because the game is the game, and you have to meet like a lot of people. You have to make friends, and Valo is one of my good friends. He's one of the people that understood my vision when I started off making AfroHype music. So he's been very supportive. He's a great guy. And big ups to Marshall as well, man. They've been very supportive.
Come on.
So yeah.
Hell yeah. They made it very comfortable for us and shit. It was a really dope experience. Malay is so calm and just chill.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he touches that stage and that crowd, he's electrified.
He's a different person. So I feel like Omale has got that whiskey energy, man. Like it's calm, it's chill, it's about the music, nothing else, maybe a little bit of wine and women, but but it's more about the music. And yeah, they just deliver when they get on stage. Boom, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Omale.
I say more Hennessy when he was out here, but
I think so too. I think he loves Henny. Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah, but no, it's all good. But that's the one thing that it just like I love the music. Like WizKid is a huge success out here in America, and then Burna Boy is a huge success out here, and then it's just like I have friends from Nigeria that I went to college with, and they're very successful, and it's just like I got to pay more attention to where the success and all this stuff's originating from, because you listen to reggaeton. You see that there's that reggaeton sound comes from Africa, Afrobeats, and how they're correlated. You look at Donda and Kanye West, he used a lot of Afrobeats and essential sounds that go into his success and what he was able to do. And so, I look at how God was showing me, how everything's opening up. I got to pay attention. And so, like I said, it led me to you.
I mean, glad thing you're doing that, because right now Afrobeats is like the new reggae. And the way the world paid attention to reggae a couple of years ago, the way reggae was getting into America, right now it's Afrobeats. And if you're not on that train, you're really sleeping on this one, because I know some big things are coming next year. So many artists are dropping crazy tunes. Because
look at Fireboy.
Look at Fireboy, man.
He just had Ed Sheeran.
And funny thing is, I've heard so many amazing projects. I've heard unreleased music coming from these guys and some fresh cats. Trust me, Afrobeats is taking over, man. Like 2022, Trust me, from December 31st, bro, like December 31st into January 1st, 2022, it's crazy. It's wild. People dropping music back to back. It's crazy. Just watch out, man. It's gonna be epic.
Hey, that's a smart move. That's a very smart move. Open up the first quarter the right way, the first day.
Facts. Absolutely facts.
What has been some of your most rewarding moments in the game so far?
For me, it was the most rewarding moments. Oh man, I have so many. I
Give me
think one
three.
special moment is getting paid my first million. I remember getting paid my first million. I almost cried, man, because I worked so hard. You know what I mean? I could barely pay my rent the year before. So being able to get my first million, you know, it meant a whole lot to me. I mean, in Naira, a million Naira is a lot, you know, but if you convert it to dollars, it's not so much. But
Good. You
yeah.
touched the M.
But yeah, it's like a big blessing, you know. And also being another highlight for me was being able to send my mom some money, you know, because this woman she literally cried, you know, when I got home one day and I told her I had to walk a long way down home, you know. So I was so happy when I was able to send her money just to make her happy. So I mean, yeah, big blessing. And yeah, we're thankful. We're growing, we're shining, we're evolving, doing some amazing things, and we're thankful. Yeah.
So we talked about the positive side. I gotta ask about the low side. What's something people got fucked up about the hype man?
They think we're noisemakers, man. They just think we're noisemakers, but we're tastemakers, man. I mean, one of my biggest inspirations out there in the world, or maybe two of them, Fat Man Scoop and Lil Jon, man, they inspire me, man. And they actually inspired me alongside DJ Khaled to start what I called AfroHype. And before I did it, not a lot of people have been making hype music, you know, so I had to coin something that sounded catchy and a phrase that worked, and it was AfroHype. And a lot of people out there think we're noisemakers. A lot of people try to underpay us, you know, because they don't understand what we are about, you know. So another thing is sometimes if you don't get the right crowd engagement, um, they might have to boo you off the stage. You know what I mean?
Hey, I've seen it. They did that shit in America, bro. Yeah, it was during Nigeria's Independence Day. It was October 1st. And then
Oh wow.
yeah, and we were in Providence, Rhode Island, and they had like 7 people open up for Malay. It was just crazy. And I get like why, because it was a big day, but it's like some of those people should not have opened up, and they booed them off. They took.
Whoa, that's crazy, man. That's actually crazy. Really crazy, man. It does happen a lot out here. But those days are gone for me, man. I can't relate to those days anymore, man. But yeah,
it's a stepping stone for a lot of people.
Exactly. And sometimes you need to get those days so you know how to appreciate the big ones, and you need to know how to appreciate the real fans when you see them, you know, because right now I remember getting on my stage. The second I got on, everything changed, man. Like, you know, the energy was different when I got on stage, and pretty much I've been getting feedback from there, man. Like it was crazy. It's crazy.
What's something you take away from each performance you do? Each time you touch the stage, what's something you take away?
I take away the love from the city, and I take away the memories, understanding the fact that I'm blessed. I've got a gift that not a lot of people have, you know, because when I just get on that stage, it's ginger, man. It's energy. It's endless vibes. That's why they call me the Vibe King, you know. So the energy when I get on stage is crazy. So when people show me love for what I do, when I burn so much energy and they show me my love, like it always means a lot to me, and they're always in my heart. So yeah.
Bro, you said ginger. If that wasn't the most perfect word to use, Ginger is good for your soul, good for your stomach, and it burns a little bit to let you know you alive.
Yeah, you know, out here in Nigeria, when you want to say energy or vibe, sometimes you just say ginger, you know. So it's like give me the ginger, like give me the vibe, give me the energy. It's like the ginger, you know, it's like it adds to you.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna for sure let them know where I got it from.
Ginger, man.
What are your 3 favorite songs right now? You know, from your region.
3 favorite songs has to be one, CK's Emiliana. TK's got a new song out, the guy with Love Wanting T. The guy that made that song, he's got a new song out. It's called Emiliana. There's another one from my homeboy Ruga. Ruga's got a song called Dior. And then the one from Goya Mena. I don't know if you know him. You want to bamba, you want to chill with the big boys.
Yeah.
And you the wrong, kata never drink but a drop cup. Yeah, that's it. So those 3 right now.
Man, if y'all don't have them in your playlist, go add them. Out here, we got there's a Nigerian playlist on Apple Music. So it has all these different songs, and I'll be slapping it. It's I'll be trying to get on as much as I can.
That's what's up, man. It's Nigeria, Africa to the world, you know, bro. Like,
Fact.
You gotta spread the gospel, man.
Come on.
We're global now.
Come on. What's your favorite Snoop Dogg memory, whether it's his music or in person?
Oh man. Snoop Dogg memory, man. I don't know, man. It's like sex tape, man. That's all I can think of. Snoop Dogg. You know when he had that sex tape P? I don't know if you remember that.
It sounds, hold on, you said sex tape EP.
No. He had a sex tape out at some point.
I know he used to have a whole little porno company he used to do back in the day. And then
exactly, that's what I remember of Snoop Dogg. But to be honest, my whole Snoop Dogg memory, I mean, I think the last I could remember of Snoop Dogg was, him being a good father to his kids and, to his family, So
that's
yeah.
real. That's real. And shit, he a father to the community and the streets too, because he gives.
Right. That's beautiful, man.
What's the favorite concert you've been to?
Favorite concert? Damn, there's so many, man. That's a hard one. I was in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is another country in Africa.
Yeah.
And I got on stage to over 20,000 people in the stadium. So that was probably like my biggest one so far. It was crazy. The energy was mad. Yo, that's my fave, all-time fave for now. Yeah, so that's it.
Sierra Leone. Shout it out. It's all about
Sierra Leone, Salone. My people out there, see you.
It's all about what you're doing right now, but it's all about what you're doing next. What's next for SHEYE Banks?
Party and Vibes Volume 2 dropping in January.
Let's go.
I just dropped a song with Files and MI. It's called Happy. It's like happy, but you take out the H and it says happy, Yeah. So I just dropped that. And then dropping the project in January, Volume 2. It's out in January. Right after that, I'm dropping a song with Buju and Peruzzi. And then my album is called Statement of Account, drops in April. And then, I'm going on tour starting February, going on tour. I'm coming to the United States, Canada, the UK, African countries, doing my live in concert back home here. I'm going to be touring Nigeria as well. So it's going to be a lot of touring for me next year. And yeah, man, just living the dream, man, and taking AfroHype to the world,
That's right. So I can't wait till you come out here, bro. Shit, tap in. And Jay, you made it through the show. And before we close out, the floor is yours. Let them know where they can find you. Shout out what you want to shout out. Do your thing, Vibe King.
Yes, so the Vibe King is out here. I want to say big up to all my vibers supporting me, rooting for me from day one. I'm out here. Your boy's still out here, you know, grinding. I want you to keep supporting me. Thank you guys for streaming my music. Keep streaming, keep supporting. And if you want to find out where to stream from, you can just check out my page at SHEYE Banks, SHEYEBANKS. And you can catch my music, catch me everywhere as well at SHEYE Banks. One love.
That's right.
Peace.
That's right. Hey, Shay, just one quick thing. If you notice, bro, my show is different. It's unique. They said over there that I got to do segments. I'm like, bet, but I'm not going to do segments like y'all. And I'm like, how do I keep that same energy and close out? The viewers knows it's coming. I'm going to hit you with it. You got any questions for me?
Yo, bro, I want to ask you, how long have you been doing this show?
This is my 5th season, 3 years.
3 years, bro. You sound like you've been doing it for 30, man. Big ups to you, man. Thank you so much. Much love and respect, man. Bro, anytime, man. One love. Big up.
Hey, absolutely. On that note, Contrast Uncut is season 5, episode 42. You know, I got to give a big shout out to Dog, Uncle Snoop's Army, and Bobby D Presents. I appreciate you, brothers. You know, I wouldn't be able to do incredibly dope shit like interview SHEYE Banks, and this brother dropped them history and them diamonds. Them diamonds was flying like his tongue was made of diamonds, and that's just what it was today. You dropped so many gems that they got to get in the gym to work.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
Blessings.
Blessings, man. Yeah.